What's going on, guys? Roger here at QVO Tactical. We are back out on the range for part 2 of the BUL Armory Tac Pro ported model. You guys remember from the first video, we did experience some accuracy issues out at 25 yards. We ended up getting the barrel back to BUL Armory. They got it all the way back to Israel, had their engineers give an inspection and testing, and they gave us a bunch of feedback. Very cool of them to work with us on this and kind of diagnose and figure out what was causing these issues. So they got the barrel back. This is directly from them. They got it back to engineering. They test fired it, and it gave them the same results of the accurate issues that we had. So they tested it with 5 different kinds of ammunition. After they did a very extensive manual cleaning, they test fired it with 5 different kinds of ammo, and they ended up getting the gun to be 100% accurate. So they continued to investigate the matter, and they found that it's not the barrel, it's the ammunition, more specifically plated versus jacketed ammunition. And this is completely new to me. I've been shooting for 20 years, and I've never experienced this with any of the ported guns and stuff. So definitely, if it's also a learning, learning lesson for you guys, let me know down below in the comments. So when they use the ported or comp barrels, they're finding that some plated bullets are going to fall apart when they're spinning and gaining momentum in the barrel, and that's going to cause extreme fouling and the lead fragments at the end of the barrel from the bullet, which is what we saw in the first video. They also shot, so they grabbed some Blazer CCI, the FMJ 115 grain 9mm, and they shot 50 of those rounds, and they found that those are also plated, but they do have a disclaimer that says do not use imported barrels on the box. So they end up cleaning that barrel again, shot another 300 rounds of different jacketed ammunition with no issues. So what they're now saying to us is that they understand that it's on their website now, and they're communicating it to their customers and reviewers that you have to be specific on the ammunition that you're using with the ported model, so it can't be any type of plated ammunition. It's got to be jacketed. Plating is not always done by every manufacturer, so you definitely want to check your ammo. I never knew on Blazer Brass or some Federal FMJ ammo that they actually had the warnings on there that says do not shoot imported guns. I've never seen that until now. BUL Armory made me aware of it, which is really cool. So plating's not always done, and it varies batch to batch. So now on their website and their warranty policy, it's going to say always use proper ammunition and check the ammunition specifications, and recommended use by the ammunition manufacturer. Now, why is it happening specifically in their V8 ports? It actually happens in most ported guns is what they're saying, but to a lesser extent. Due to the amount of ports and their location being further back on the start of the barrel, that's why we're seeing more of it with the fragmentation at the end of the barrel in the first video. The bore cleaning they did was way more extensive than just a normal bore brush and cleaning. And that's how they were able to get the fragments out of there. And then in any cases for future customers' experiences, if they have the same issue using plated ammunition, the barrel can be cleaned for them by the US branch at no cost. So if you're in the same boat as I am and you shot some plated ammunition through your new BUL Armory Tac Pro ported model, you can get the barrel out to them in Florida, which is here in the States, and they'll get it cleaned and back out to you and good to go. So to summarize for them, the more performance that you're going to get, the more finicky stuff is going to get, such as ammunition and stuff is going to become. So the Tac Pro, it's going to cycle all supersonic ammunition, but with some plated bullets, you're going to have accuracy issues like we experienced in the first video. Now, the regular non-ported Tac is not going to have any issues accuracy-wise with plated bullets whatsoever. So getting this gun back out here, we haven't shot anything. I mounted the same optic back on. I took this Holosun 507 comp and set it aside. Haven't changed any of the settings. Put the same screws back on, and the witness marks matched up. So we're gonna get everything set up for you guys, and the first rounds that we have through this new barrel is gonna be the 25 yards. We're gonna shoot Magtech FMJ, which they requested me to shoot, some S&B, and then I also got some fully jacketed 124s from our friends over at SuperVel. So we're gonna make sure accuracy is good to go with all of this non-plated fully jacketed ammunition, and we'll check out the results. So let's get to it. All right, guys, like I said, the first 5 rounds, we're doing some Magtech 115 FMJ factory new. Got it loaded up here. Get you 5 rounds, got the phone recording down range. You guys should see this as it happens. Here we go. One brightness, there we go. Let's go take a look. Down here at the target now, guys, and boom, we have a really good grouping here of 5 rounds. This is what I've expected and experienced with BUL Armory, guys. I've always had really good experience with my BUL Armory guns. So, doing the first video, that's what threw me for a loop. So I'm glad we were able to get it fixed and squared away. So using some jacketed ammunition, even with this guy, I believe this was the last round fired. Out of the 5, we have a 2 1/4 inch grouping. So if this one was on me, this would be our grouping, and with that, looks like we got 1 1/8. Yeah, so 1 1/8 would be these four. But even with this outlier here, 2 1/4 inch grouping, which, guys, for me, shooting unmagnified handgun red dot at 25 yards, I am extremely happy with that. As you guys can see, that would definitely be within this A zone. So remount to the optic, obviously our zero has shifted, so I'll adjust this for the other rounds because I want to shoot some S&B for you guys, and I also want to shoot the fully jacketed SuperVel ammunition that we got. So I'm going to do my adjustments based off this grouping here to get it more centered here, and we're going to shoot another grouping with the S&B. Now for the S&B, guys. So factory new S&B 115 grain FMJ, 5 rounds loaded up. Camera's recording down there for you. We made some minor adjustments to the elevation and windage on the Hollow Sun 507 comp, just to bring it over a little more left and a little bit down. And let's see how she groups. Here we go. Cool, we'll take a look. Down here now with the S&B 115, it looks like this guy and then this guy here are our furthest rounds. Measuring that out, center to center, 4 3/8. So it's a 4 3/8 inch grouping. Not as tight as the 2 1/4 we got earlier with the Magtech. So I'm gonna shoot one more grouping with this S&B and see if it groups the same, and it just might be the ammunition on this. Still a way better grouping than what we were getting with the plated ammo that we shot in the first video. So let's go try S&B one more time, and then we'll jump into the SuperVel jacketed ammo. All right, guys, take 2 with some S&B 115 grain FMJ factory new. Also adjusted the optic to come up a little bit since we were shooting kind of low there with this S&B. Phone again, recording down there. Let's see how it does. All right, let's take a look. Down here at the target for take 2 of the S&B, guys. So this is the furthest round here from this guy. And honestly, the grouping looks the same. Measuring it out, center to center, we're at 4 3/8 again. So we have the same exact grouping on the second round with the S&B 115. So that just tells me it's the ammunition, guys. This is S&B, just, you know, rangy ammo, plinking ammo. So it's not the high end stuff, it's not low end, but it's kind of mid tier. And for us to be getting 4 3/8, I mean, I'll take that, you know, versus like the 7-inch grouping that we're getting in the first video with that plated ammunition. So not as good as the Magtech. Yeah, we got the you know, just around 2-inch grouping, but definitely better than the first one. So now we're going to try the SuperVel 124 fully jacketed ammunition and see how that does. Now, guys, last but not least, we got some SuperVel 124 fully jacketed ammunition. Same drill, camera's recording down there, 5 rounds. See how it groups. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the target, guys, with the SuperVel 124 fully jacketed, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all within the 8 ring. So that's pretty awesome. It's either gonna be between these two or these two. This way, center to center is 1.5, just under it. This is gonna be further. So here, center to center is at 2 1/4. So the same as the Magtech factory new 115. So awesome results. I'm happy to see that, you know, I was able at 25 yards, handgun, red dot, bench rested, able to get all within the 8 ring, 2 1/4 inch. Guys, this is the SuperVel 124 fully jacketed, but this is the certified select, which is their remanufactured ammo. So I'm definitely happy to see the reman ammo, you know, from one of our channel sponsors, SuperVel, is getting me the same accuracy as that factory new Magtech. If you guys aren't familiar with SuperVel, guys, SuperVel is the ammunition company here in Las Vegas. They've been producing ammunition here in Vegas for a number of years. On top of that, guys, they are cranking out numbers. I'm talking like over 200,000 rounds of 9mm daily. That's right, you guys heard me correct, 200,000 rounds. Everything from their 115, the 124s, they got their subsonic signature Hush Puppy line. That's the stuff we use in our suppressed setups. Marco's running their 100 grain stuff for his PCC matches, their Blitz ammo that's got some gnarly velocity coming out of it. You guys have also seen their ammunition, their 223, 556 stuff that we use in our rifle videos. But if you're not familiar with them, check them out, show them some support. We appreciate their support with the channel. They take care of our ammunition needs so we can bring you guys the videos. But yes, again, 124 certified select, so their reman ammo, I was able to get this grouping out of the BUL Armory TAC Pro 5-inch ported model, and no fouling whatsoever. I'll grab my iPhone and get zoomed in here for you guys so you can see, but we don't have any fouling, we don't have any, you know, shrapnel, no plating, no nothing coming out. The barrel is clean as a whistle, and the accuracy that we all expected from this setup. So appreciate, you know, BUL working with me on this and learning lesson for everybody involved. So it was really cool to problem solve and, you know, diagnose this all together, and we got it squared away. So we're gonna do some other stuff for you guys. I want to test velocity versus their 1911 5-inch barrel that's not ported. So I know you got questions about, hey, with the V8 porting and going further back, how's velocity looking? We'll test that out for you guys. And then I'm just gonna finish up talking about, you know, the whole experience and the customer service aspect. But yeah, pretty pumped on this, guys. All right, guys, now for the chronograph portion of the video. I know with ported guns, there's always a concern, hey, are we losing any velocity, you know, with having those holes in the barrel? I figured the best way to compare this was to grab another BUL Armory gun that I have. So I actually have their 1911 that has a 5-inch bull barrel. So 5-inch bull barrel that's in the TAC Pro is just ported. So this is gonna be the best comparison that we can get, if not the same. Marco's gonna shoot 5 rounds, some SuperVel 115 grain certified select. I got my screen on my phone is screen recording so we can see what the results are through the chronograph. Go for it, Marco, 5 rounds.
1,165. 1,175. 1,192. 1,169. 1,172.
All right, so 5 rounds there. Average was 1,174 feet per second. So now we're gonna grab the 5-inch TAC Pro ported model, and we'll see how it compares. All right, now for the TAC Pro 5-inch ported barrel, we're gonna see how it compares against the average of 1,174 feet per second. Go for it, Marco.
1,165. 1,126. 1,143. 1,118. 1,121.
All right, so average of those 5 shots, 1,134 versus 1,174. So 40 feet per second. I think that's very negligible. To me, that's not significant. 40 feet per second. You know, I'm still not going to be standing in front of a bullet that's traveling at 1,134 feet per second. So for those out there wondering, like, hey, is it a significant loss in velocity going from the ported barrel, or sorry, going from a non-ported to a ported barrel? In my opinion, 40 feet per second isn't enough of a difference for me to have concerns. What about you?
Nah, ported all the way.
Yeah, for what you're gaining with the muzzle rise not being there, like, it's cheat codes in my opinion. So I'll take the loss in recoil with the loss in velocity if it's only 40 feet per second.
You throw more rounds.
So guys, wrapping up this video, kind of want to go over all of like the technical aspects that we learned with this, you know, whole video. First off, thanks to BUL for working with us on this, getting the barrel back to them, testing themselves, diagnosing the issues, and reporting back to us their findings. We appreciate it. Definitely helped us out here. As you guys see, we got the accuracy that we wanted. 2 1/4 inch grouping. You know, if I didn't have those flyers, it would be, you know, just over 1 inch, but 2 1/4 at 25 yards, you know, from a handgun optic, I'm happy with that. That is very, very good for me. If you guys are shooting better, more power to you. But the fact that we're getting consistent results with the Magtech and the Certified Select 124 from SuperVel using fully jacketed ammunition, it makes me have full confidence in this thing. You know, you guys saw in the first video, I was able to burn it down with this thing. It is a fast shooter, it's a flat shooter, and as you guys now see, it's also an accurate shooter. So things that we learned though, the whole plating thing. So talking to different, you know, manufacturers and people in the manufacturing side with ammunition, I've kind of come to learn that everybody kind of does things differently. Some people I've talked to say that FMJ Full Metal Jacket does not include plating, while others say it does. You know, you got big names like Blazer, big names like Federal that market their stuff as FMJ and list it as FMJ, but it has plating. But their ammunition packaging does have a warning saying, hey, don't shoot this imported guns, hence this. So, you know, that first batch of ammunition that we were shooting from SuperVel, the 115, that stuff is plated. I was talking to Mike, I believe he said as of, I think after August, all of the ammunition across the board is going to be fully jacketed.
Switched over, I think.
Because they're doing dual plating right now, which everybody in the industry uses. You guys are all shooting that competition with no issues whatsoever. And for years, guys, I've been shooting plated ammo, you know, unknowingly for years, and I've never had this issue until now. So it was cool that we were able to problem solve, and everybody as a collaborative effort between BUL, SuperVel, and us here on the channel work through this and kind of get you guys an answer. So hopefully, you know, any of you guys that have had issues, if you shot plated ammo, I think it's awesome that BUL is going to let you send it in to them in Florida, to their local headquarters that's, you know, here in the US, and get your barrel completely deep cleaned and get all that plating out of there if you've done that. If you haven't, make sure you're checking the ammo. We got the best results with the Magtech 115 or with the SuperVel 124 fully jacketed. That gave us the best grouping that I could get here on the channel. I'm sure there's other ammunitions that are going to give you the same results, if not similar. The S&B for us, I just wasn't able to get, you know, it was still 4-inch grouping. It's still
not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're still hitting a head box, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't 2 1/4. But anyway, if you guys have questions, comments, leave them down below. I hope this, you know, answers some of your guys' questions. Marco and I, we want to test velocity. We always get the question about, hey, with ports, especially when you got 8 of them, what's velocity looking like? So the fact that each port was only about
40.
It was 40 total,
yeah.
so you know, you divide 40 by 8, you got each port's taken down, it's -5, -5, -5. But again, taking a 40 feet per second loss to get the recoil reduction, that to me, it's more than even out. I will take the recoil reduction with the loss versus not having it. So if you guys haven't shot this, everybody asks me, what's it similar to? It's very similar to my XC, guys. Like, it stays super flat, not as flat like with having a comp on my XC versus the ports, but yeah, it does the trick. And I think at the price point, I think around $2,500,
that's hard to beat.
You're getting a lot of gun. You know, I know people are gonna be like, hey, what are the cons? For me, again, it's always gonna be that BUL's using proprietary magazines. So if you're somebody like me that goes back and forth between shooting, you know, your double stack 1911s or 2011s that all kind of use that same checkmate pattern magazine, you're not gonna have cross compatibility. And the other thing I would say is, after learning all this stuff about the ammunition, you know, for me, it's gonna be, hey, if we're shooting this gun, we have to remember not to shoot plated ammo. So that's all we got for you guys. We appreciate you checking out the video. Again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you, Ben over at BUL. Thanks, Mike over at SuperVel. Marco, always appreciate you coming out. Guys, appreciate you watching. Definitely like, subscribe, do all that awesomeness, and we will see you in the next video.